North Iron Man build, episode 10.
Hello and welcome to the Metal Earth.
Part 55. Identify.
The Metal Earth. Iron Man build.
Part 55. Clip.
Episode 10.
Part 55. Assemble to part 67. Part 55. Assemble to part 62.
Okay, I'm still here. Yes, I'm still here. I was actually just listening to the ambient soundtrack. Getting into it, and getting into the build, of course. Here we are. Part 55, assembling to part 62. You know, these numbers, what do they really mean? I'm putting Iron Man's hand. His right hand. This is the hand. Did it all.
Parts 41 and 47. Assemble to part 35.
Anyway, this is, let's just basically attach the arms to the torso. And we'll be using some green triangle connections. And of course, this was trickier than it would appear sometimes. The tabs need to be aligned. But once you get that all sorted out, you can go ahead and use your needle nose pliers. And there they are. Ambient soundtrack by Llama. If you want to see more, hear more, go to llamamusic.com. And one arm attached. Thank you. Now attaching the right arm. I guess at some point they chose a pose for Iron Man. Raising his right arm in a odd salute, so to speak. Anyway, elbow is bent. Please, please. Anyway. Well designed. Yes, it was. It was. Okay, here we go. Just finishing off the connections with some bent needle nose pliers, of course. I like those. There. Two arms.
Part 68. Identify.
Part 68, identify. Identifying part 68.
Part 68. Clip.
Part 68 is the head. The helmet of Iron Man. And also, I would think I spent a lot of time getting this one shaped. Let us begin.
Part 68. Bend.
So your best option here is to just gently fold, because you don't want to overwork these bends, obviously. There's only about, a few millimeters per edge down there at the back. So um, slowly get the edges bent. I started with the middle part and worked my way around. And like I said, just carefully bend once. As we know, overbending can lead to problems such as breakage. So putting these two edges together, it begins to form that curved shape, and it's fairly natural. In my opinion, I would say that you're going to have an angularity, angles, sharp edges, and getting rounded parts. If you try too hard, you're going to overwork the metal, or at least that's what I've noticed. So live with edges and tabs, and I don't know, it's the what I would call the Metal Earth aesthetic. And actually, you get used to it. It becomes just part of the whole thing. And there we go. A little check here with our assembly flow instructions to make sure the bend is going correct. And they've been doing a lot better job at providing instructions. And trust me, without kind of doing things without having to use a language, just purely pictorial, using pictures and arrows and conventions. Okay, so something to think about there. As I bend up, Iron Man's head. Yes, the trade-off for not having to use glue, solder, pair of pliers, all you need. You will have tabs. And here we have mostly done now. And not bad. Trying not to scratch up the metal too much. But no mishaps at this point. And like I said, this is taken a fair amount of time to complete this part, but it was well worth it. And there we go. Just take a look at what I mean by a kind of angularity or a flatness. I don't think there's much you can do about those things. And there you have it. Mostly done. We're going to take care of this little bottom part, his jaw, chin. And pay attention to very, very tiny perforations. Boom. Voila. So you can spend a bit of time tweaking that up to get a good shape, but there you have it. The head of the Iron Man.
Part 69. Identify.
Part 69. identify. It is the, what is this?
Part 69. Clip.
It's the right ear of Iron Man.
Part 69. Band.
And, some of these little tedious little coin-shaped flat circular parts.
Part 69. Assembled to part 68.
And if you did get them mixed up, there's his other ear. You'd just have a kind of, they'd just be facing that little engraving would be facing the other way. But anyway, twist it up. One right ear. Cool. Nice detail. Actually, it looks good. It does. Cool.
Part 70. Clip.
Yep. There it is. Of course.
Part 70. Assembled to part 68.
I will spare you the bending of that. Good. The two ears. And I'll just continue tweaking.
Part 71. Identify.
Okay, this is a cool part. This is the face of Iron Man. Faceplate, a gold part. Some gold pieces here.
Part 71. Clip.
Okay.
Part 71. Band.
Oh yes. So, speaking of mishaps, ha 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 ha. Well, you'll see about that. Got a comment earlier on about the faceted nature of this. You can have some flat, simple curves such as that on the forehead here, and if you look, the edge of the face plate is going to get connected with a tab, and that's pretty much it. A tab and a perforation holding that edge together. So I would say at this point, if you are building along, careful, because I had a breakage. Yes, I'll admit it. This part I'm working on right now broke. You'll see. Anyway, but hey, we're used to that. We're metal earth builders, and we can fix what we break with super glue. Kind of one of my earlier lessons, oh so long ago, and I've employed the super glue fix twice already on this model, so yes, it was a challenge. And there you go. Try not to scratch this part up, especially the faceplate. Okay. And there are a couple of perforations on the edge you can shape up, but there, done. That's
Part 71. Assembled to part 68.
Alright. I don't know, I guess I'm not happy with the shape. Anyway. What are you doing? What are you doing? What am I doing? So there it is, kind of flopping around. The side face is broken. Yikes. Well, don't freak out. What I did in this event, I just carried on. Watch. And there are 2 tabs. The forehead there, you'll have to do a green triangle. And that was pretty much it. And that's kind of how it sits. That looked fine. And at this point, I went ahead and just reattached it with the tab on the top, and lined that up, and applied some glue.
Part 72. Clipped. Part 72. Assembled to part 68.
Part 72, I guess, would be the oral slit. No, his mouth. Anyway, his be Iron Woman? No, Iron Man. His mouth. Very small piece, but a nice touch. I haven't glued it yet, but I will. I'll drop a tab of glue in there in a bit. For now, I'll just get the rest done. So, wow. Check this jet. It's cool.
Part 73. Identify.
Moving right along. Part 73. The neck of Iron Man. Whatever. I just went ahead and bent it up. I don't know what happened to the footage. Anyway, it was gone.
Part 74. Identify. Part 74. Clipped.
Okay, that was like... Part 74 is like, what is that? That's like something really small that goes on the back of the neck of Iron Man. Is that right?
Part 74. Bent and assembled to part 73.
Anyway, there it is. Little tiny rectangular box with 2 tabs. But go ahead and build it and attach it. Wow, that's small. Look at that. Teeny tiny little. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna now attach this. Oh right. Oh yes, I had to reopen this thing I made. But thankfully, nothing bad happened. No, it didn't break apart. I was able to get away. Yeah. Anyway, there. Yes, I know, scary. But I did it, and I had to, because I couldn't get access to these little tabs. So, if I were to redo this, which is never, but you could, Before you bend that part up, just attach this little pillbox thing first, and then. Anyway, okay, it's all good. It's all good. Done.
Part 75. Identify.
Do you even see that part? I don't know.
Part 75. Clip.
Moving right along.
Part 75. Assemble to part 73.
Well, this part 75 is really just kind of a plate. No bends required, but it just kind of helps attach the neck to the torso. As you'll see. But a fair amount of stress will be there, so 4 green triangle tabs. Wow, thing's not moving. And this would be the top part. There we go. Or the bottom part. Yes, that's the bottom part. Don't get confused now. I am confused. Not an overly interesting part, but built.
Part 77. Identify. Part 77. Clip.
And this is a larger rectangular part that goes onto the neck, back of the neck.
Part 77. Bend.
And with these, you're just basically lining up the edges. And when the edges are touching, closed over there, the shape has been attained. But that's not necessarily the case sometimes, so be careful. But this is actually not bad at all.
Part 77. Assemble to part 76.
Into the 70s. Well, we are on episode 10. And you know what, folks? It ain't over yet. I'll tell you right now, to be quite honest, this has gone on far too long. I do admit. But so what?
Part 68. Assemble to part 75.
I'm having a good time. 68? Wow. Alright. The head, this is, no, actually, this is cool. It's like the details of this. Well, access to a tab required. Get that Olfa knife out. Anyway, that's how I do that. Whoa, coming up to a big segment here. Yes, thanks for watching, guys. This one's over. More to come. So we're just here. Check all the stuff out on Instagram. Micro Raver. Thanks. Tally-ho.
Comfortable. Not drinking too much. Regular exercise at the gym. 3 days a week.